This street was once controlled by the mob. Now it's a 49 million light spectacle, pulling 20 million tourists a year. Fremont Street died twice and came back stronger each time. In 1905, railroad tents and dirt. By the 50s, neon and organized crime. By the 90s, abandoned and rotting. Today, a 1,367-foot LED canopy, printing money. Here's how Vegas's original heart kept beating when everyone else said it was dead. How did a dead street become Vegas's biggest comeback story? These bricks have seen Tommy guns, Model Ts, and more cash change hands than most banks will ever count. Fremont Street had Vegas's first everything. First casino license, first traffic light, first phone line. This wasn't just a street, this was the street. Then the Strip showed up in the 90s with erupting volcanoes and Cirque du Soleil, and Fremont got left for dead. Boarded windows, empty casinos, actual tumbleweeds. Today, 26 million people walk this exact spot every year. So what happened between the funeral and the resurrection? We're about to meet the Mobsters, Mavericks, and absolute madmen who said, "Not on our watch," and bet everything on 5 football fields of LED lights. May 15th, 1905, a railroad executive is literally screaming land prices from a tent. 2 days later, half of downtown Vegas sold. Pure hype, zero infrastructure, welcome to Fremont Street's origin story. And here's the kicker. They named it after John C. Fremont, an explorer who never even showed up here. Peak Vegas energy from day one. 1907, first phone call in Vegas happens right here on Fremont. Probably someone asking if the saloon still had cold beer. 1925, they finally paved the street. Before that, just dust, horse manure, and broken dreams. By 1910, 1931 changes everything. Nevada legalizes gambling, and Fremont lights up like a drunken Christmas tree. 1951, Benny Binion opens the Horseshoe right here and does something insane. Puts $1 million in cash in a glass case out front. His pitch, come lose your money where we're not afraid to show you ours. Tourists came to gamble. Locals came to watch them lose. Fremont became Glitter Gulch, the brightest, loudest, and shameless block in America. 1989, the Mirage opens on the Strip with erupting volcanoes, white tigers, and rooms that don't smell like cigarettes from 1973. Overnight, Fremont feels like your uncle's flip phone at an iPhone launch. Tourists bail. Those iconic neon signs covered with plywood. Headlines literally read, Glitter Gulch is rusting. Casino bosses can't give rooms away. Some charge $19 a night just to keep the lights on. Vegas didn't need 2 hearts anymore, and Fremont wasn't the chosen one. By 1992, this street is circling the drain. Downtown's dying and nobody knows how to save it. In 1992, a group of downtown casino bosses walks into City Hall with the craziest pitch in Vegas history. Shut down 5 blocks of Fremont Street, build a canopy the length of 5 football fields, cover it in lights, make it free. The price tag, $70 million. If it failed, most expensive ghost town in America. They close the street, rip out the pavement, build a steel frame heavier than the Eiffel Tower. December 14th, 1995, Fremont Street Experience launches. The first light show ends with one word projected above the crowd: believe. Cars disappear, crowds flood back in. Vegas didn't just get its lights back, it got its pulse. Now let's talk about the characters who built this place, because Fremont's history reads like a crime novel written by a comedian. Benny Binion carried a .38 caliber in his boot and a revolver in his desk drawer. Invented the open table concept, no betting limits, so every gambler felt like a high roller right before Benny took their money. Golden Gate Casino opened in 1906, founded by an Italian immigrant and Mormon business partners. They gave Vegas its first phone line and invented the 99-cent shrimp cocktail from a kitchen the size of a closet. Mo Dowlett's Cleveland mobster who funded half this block, plus hospitals, golf courses, and the convention center. When someone asked if he'd gone legit, he said, "I just hate an empty lot." This town wasn't built on fairy dust and family values. It was built on grit, guts, and guys who didn't ask permission. By 2014, those original bulbs from '95 were ancient, like watching Netflix on a pager. So downtown doubled down again, another $32 million upgrade. 49.3 million LEDs, 7 times brighter, 4 times sharper resolution. So bright they had to paint the entire frame black just to avoid blinding half the city. Then came SlotZilla, a zip line that shoots you 77 feet in the air at 35 miles per hour. The light shows: Queen, Tiesto, Kiss. Stuff so good that on New Year's Eve 2019, people actually looked up instead of filming on their phones. When that happens in Vegas, you've done something right. The upgrade worked. Fremont roared back harder than anyone expected. December 2020, Circa opens, the first brand new downtown casino in 40 years. Their sportsbook looks like NASA Mission Control had a baby with a nightclub. 777 seats, a 78 million pixel screen. Down the block, you can sip coffee under the original Stardust sign at the Neon Museum, where old Vegas goes to retire in style. Fremont became a stage again. Bucket drummers, where illegal dice games used to run, SlotZilla shooting people across the sky like human fireworks, street performers so weird they could only exist here. Darth Vader in a kilt playing bagpipes? Vegas didn't just bring Fremont back, it made it weirder, louder, and impossible to ignore.
This street was sold on hype, saved by vision, and rebuilt with steel and LEDs. The same dirt that once cost $50 now hosts a digital sky worth more than the entire original town. If you haven't seen it, go. If you've been, go again. The lights change, people change, but the hustle, it never left. This street still makes legends. Drop a comment with the weirdest thing you've seen under that dragon sky, and be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell notification